Kimber Schaefer, and we are here at Dave & Buster's, the newest sponsor for Rage in the Cage. We are doing our pre-fight interviews here for Rage in the Cage 42. It's going down at the Oklahoma City Farmers Public Market on December 18th. And you are on the card. Guys, this is Brandon Wright, and he is fighting Matt Cole. Both of them are debut fighters, but I can already tell you this is going to be an explosive fight. This is something you've been training for your entire life. You have a background, of course, in wrestling. You've been incorporating boxing and BJJ. So tell everybody a little bit about your training, basically your entire life, and about your current training.
Well, my whole life I played sports. I was a 3-sport athlete in high school. And then when I graduated, wrestling don't take you very far. But this is where wrestling led me in my work ethic and my mental aspect of it. And I've been watching, mixed martial arts my whole life. Even before Forrest Griffin and Stephen Bonner fought in The Ultimate Fighter, I was still a fan watching Ken Shamrock and, Royce Gracie and all of them fight. And it's just been something I've wanted to do as a dream. And so, I was in the gym, the local gym, and got approached by, somebody that does the MMA stuff, and they asked me to come join them in training. And then once I trained, they were like, you could be something good if you wanted to put your head to it. So we got hooked up. They got me on the card, and, I've been doing 2-a-days the last 3 months, hitting the weights, training jiu-jitsu, my striking, wrestling, going into my old high school wrestling room, wrestling with all my guys. I even brought in a 2-time undefeated state champion wrestler to train with me on some of my days, once or twice a week to make sure my takedown defense is good. Been doing a lot of reading. I picked up actually BJ Penn's book that he wrote. I've been reading that every night before I go to bed, and I've really just been trying to be a student of the game and just try to learn every time I get the chance. I've been walking around, talking to Ken, talking to Nathan. Yeah, Nathan, just getting a feel for it, and those guys seem like they're good guys, and learning from them, asking them kind of questions, what to do, how it's going to be, what the feeling's going to be like. So it should be fun, and, truthfully, I'm probably going to end it in the first or second round.
Such confidence. And, I think that it's really a good thing that you're kind of, like you said, you're reading, you're doing a lot more than just training. You're actually doing the reading, and you're, learning about mixed martial arts and, the different aspects of everything. I know that you have felt the pressure on the mat because you, of course, wrestled your entire life. So you know what it's like to be in front of a crowd and to feel that kind of pressure. Do you think that it's going to be any different in the cage?
Oh, yeah, the pressure's going to be there for sure. You can't, there's no denying the pressure. Anytime you do something in front of any type of people, I remember playing quarterback in front of like 2,500 people. That's pretty frightening too. But, I've prepared myself for this moment. I've been in the weight room with my hood on, my headphones on, thinking about the moment of me walking out to the cage, my entire life. So I've prepared myself for it. And mentally, I really don't feel much as an amateur. Mentally, I feel more above most amateurs mentally, and because I'm trying to learn everything, I'm really, I'm already down to weight, and everything's just flowing right now really well, and, I've been waiting for this moment my whole life.
Well, and, as you said, this is something you've been waiting for your entire life. So let's talk about, your future goals. You are already, this is your full-time job already as a debut fighter. So, you are dreaming big right now.
Yeah, I am dreaming big. It is my full-time job, and I've been saving money. But truthfully, Christmas coming around, some money is running a little low. So I'm probably going to have to find something to last. But future, man, I would like to fight a couple times amateur just to try to get the octagon jitters out of my way and just get the whole aspect of it down, get the feel for the crowd. And then try to jump up to pro and just try to get as big as I can, and hopefully someday, do what I love. I don't want to work, manual labor. I know what that's like. I want to do something I can wake up and be proud of, and have, people be proud of me, and have fans, coming up to me, and little kids wanting autographs and stuff. That's what I want. That's always been the dream of mine. Whether it was playing in the NFL, going to the MLB to play baseball, or being a cage fighter. But this is the one that presented itself to me, and I have the best chance of doing, so that's what I'm going with.
You know, this is a huge card to debut on. I mean, I think that you and your opponent, I think you guys may be the only debut fights on the card. I mean, this card is stacked with amazing talent. I don't even know if you realize this being new, but Justin DeAngelis is on the card fighting Travis Nero, both very tough competitors. Justin DeAngelis, of course, was a starter for the OU wrestling team, 2-year starter. I mean, we have some amazing talent on this card. So what does it feel like to debut and be amongst so much amazing talent?
Oh, it's special, you know. Anytime you get a chance to do something like that, it's special. And truthfully, I didn't even know that. So now that you know, that's something even, you know, more cool that I can think about, you know, and compare myself. But I know what the fans want. I know what everybody wants. You know, I'm not. It's not going to be a boring fight. I'm going to go in there. I'm ready for blood. You know, I'm ready for war. When that door shuts, you know, he's going to be locked in there with something he don't want to be locked in there with.
All right, that is definitely words from somebody that is confident. So, hey guys, you've got to come see it now. I love it when we get to meet some debut fighters that are ready to get in that cage and we can follow their careers. It's all going down December 18th at the Oklahoma City Farmers Public Market. You can get tickets from this guy, Brandon Wright, or any other fighter on the card, or you can get tickets from Ticketstorm.com. And we so want to see you there December 18th at the Oklahoma City Farmers Public Market. Be there.